So far, I've told you that there are many different kinds of resin in the world, many different kinds. But one of the kinds that it used in resin work arts is the epoxy resin. If you have remembered, I've told you that all of the resins comes in two bottles. One is the big bottle and the other one is a smaller, which is the hardener. It makes your work dry, and all of the resin comes in these two bottles. But all of these epoxy resins that we use comes in different forms in the market. And I'll introduce you three main important resins that are in the market, which one of them is the low viscosity, medium viscosity, and high viscosity of epoxy resins. But as I experienced in the country like Oman, you can find the low viscosity resin a lot in the market. But what are the differences between these kinds and where you can use them? The low viscosity resin is more like water. I mean, if you shake the bottle, it sounds like water too, because it has very low viscosity. And even if you mix them with its hardener, it is also watery. You can use them in the patterns, or you can use them in wooden formats, between the wooden formats. As you can see in this platter, I have used low viscosity resin between these two wooden formats. And you know what happens when we use this low viscosity resin? It gives us time. The golden time that we use for this resin is 2 hours. So we have 2 hours with these kinds of resins. And it's very good for beginners, and as I said, in the pattern formats between the woods, and that's good for it. And exactly opposite of this low viscosity resin, we have the high viscosity resin, which is as I said, the viscosity is very high, and when we combine it with its hardener, it gives us a kind of liquid which is like honey. So the combination is harder because it has the high viscosity. If you use the low viscosity resin, if you pour them in the patterns that you have, and they will, like the one that I show you, all of the resins that we have, because it's like water, it combines very easily together, and they all the resins and colors and combines together. The colors solves together. But if you use the high viscosity resin, which is very good for making marbles, when you mix the colors and put them together all next to each other, this kind of resin doesn't dissolve in each other. And we need a high viscosity resin that each part stop at its point and the colors do not mix with each other. But in other techniques like this that we need mixing colors, we use the low viscosity resin. Okay, and the third one is the medium viscosity resin, which is best for the beginners, for people who want to start this art. It's very good. It's not as watery as the low viscosity resin, and it's not as hard as the high viscosity resin. You can form it into any shapes that you want, so it's easy for the beginners, that you can use in any formats, any patterns that you have, until you become advanced. In this resin, because of its texture, you can easily form it into any formats that you want, into your shapes, like this, as you can see, and it's easier for you to work with. And it has very few bubbles in it. It almost, in low viscosity resin that you use, it almost has no bubbles in it. And in the medium one, it has some, which you can dry it with a hair dryer, and it's easy to remove the bubbles from the surface of your work. And the high one has some bubbles in it, which you can take them away with a lighter. I'm talking about bubbles at this point because it's very normal to have it in the medium viscosity and the high viscosity resins. As I told you, which is like honey, that it makes bubbles in it. But easily you can remove them, and there is no worry. Okay, everyone, I think that's almost everything you need to know about different kinds of resins, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you and good luck.